I was about to put my hand down, but I was like, not trying to make any noise. Because it happened so many times when I was trying to find a clean soundbite of just a noise. They were just like...
Yeah.
Because we're like moving around or something. I'm like, ah! Because I think it's my laptop's fan, which is a noise, so I'll probably have it again. Anyway.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back. I forgot that we weren't back.
Well, we are now.
I guess we'll see where that episode starts.
Indeed.
I'm not completely sure myself.
Yeah.
So I think that happens more often than... Actually, I think usually we actually start the episodes. It's only occasionally where I'm like...
Yeah.
Anyway. No buying anything else.
But what about all the spices we could add to it?
No buying anything else.
You're always no fun, Ayumi.
Oh, maybe she's like Maelstrom, or she's a good cook, but she just adds too much crap at the end.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Maybe if you stopped Grumpy.
Oh.
Yep.
Was there like just the Grumpy the dwarf is attacking him?
Indeed.
It's like, stop him already.
Yeah. Indeed.
Maybe if you stopped Grumpy all the time, you'd see things my way.
Stop. Grumpy time.
Exactly.
Cooking doesn't work like that. There's objectively wrong things to do in cooking.
Like what?
Like buying every spice you can and dumping it into a cooking pot. Do I need to remind you of your cinnamon ramen noodle experiment?
That does not sound pleasant.
Indeed.
The two of them continue arguing as they make their way towards the shops.
Granted, I think I wouldn't be against trying it either, though. It doesn't sound like mayonnaise ramen experiment.
Indeed. It's gotta be better than human cake.
That is true.
Especially if a hot grill serves it to you, then it's like, I can tolerate it probably.
Yeah, unless it was human cake.
Yeah, that'd be something else.
I don't think I could, in any circumstance, eat the human cake without like throwing up.
No.
I highly doubt it.
Or like hair cake even.
Yeah, because with mayonnaise, it's not like I'm like you. I like literally gag when I eat it. So if that brings me that close to puking, I doubt I could, like, I might have a hard time looking at a human cake in real life.
Indeed. I have a hard time thinking about it right now.
Indeed.
I guess we'll wait in the park for now.
And anyone who doesn't know...
You don't want to.
Yeah, well, probably sounds even weirder, like they think you just cook an actual human, a whole human into a cake.
That is...
I mean, I guess it's not far.
Think that.
Actually, that might be better, because it actually have meat and stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of just like the worst parts.
I still...
Not that I like meat, but at least meat is food.
But human meat?
I mean, I don't know.
No thanks.
I don't know anything about human meat. I don't know anything
Apparently
about any meat.
it's not good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Unless you're in Florida.
Yeah. That's true.
Those face eaters.
Indeed. Today has been a fairly eventful day. You spelled fairly wrong.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't it be F-A-R-E-L-Y?
F-A...
I think.
I don't know.
Maybe it is right. I don't know. Whatever.
That's one thing I will give them a pass on, because that's a mistake I could potentially make.
Yeah. I look back at those two as they walk off, laughing and teasing each other.
Spelling mistakes are not my forte. Or they are my forte.
Exactly.
Fixing them isn't.
They are really special.
That's why he came. He thinks they're like impaired.
Yeah. He feels bad for them when he's actually the one who's mentally impaired.
His impairment is that he thinks everyone else is impaired.
Yeah.
So he just like constantly acts like super stupid, but it's out of like sympathy. That's like seemingly a really complex dilemma.
Yeah, and it would add some actual character to him.
Yeah, if that was actually the case, and not that he's just stupid.
Yeah. I've known that since the day I met them. Here I was, some troubled kid living with his grandfather, someone who never really had any friends. Then these two just jump into my life, dragging me out from my house and forcing me to come along for some of the best adventures of my life. Despite Momoko's immaturity and Ayumi's haughtiness, they are really are wonderful people. If it weren't for them helping me back then, I I don't think I would be who I am today. It's a funny thought, but just by meeting someone, they can change you. Transform you into someone who you wouldn't even recognize. Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of part of being friends with someone.
They paint you, and then you look different.
Yes. But yeah, I'm what I'm saying is, like, I would certainly not be the same person that I am if I had never met you.
Yeah.
Or any of the other dudes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think that's just part of being friends, I would assume. Because, pretty much my whole personality, I think, is just from you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if of everything, but, like, I know, like, goiter gropers. And goiter wasn't my idea, that was from Dode Peoples.
Yeah, I came up with goiter gropers.
Yeah.
That was the name of my GTA crew.
Yeah. And we got obsessed with goiters, I think, because Voltice first introduced me to what a goiter was.
Yeah, and then you introduced me later on down the line.
Yeah. And we have, like, the loafs and all of that.
Yeah, indeed.
Plus, when I even talk normally and I say, like, indeed and all of that, a lot of my mannerisms and speech patterns.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, snap.
Would I still be as troubled now as I was then if I never met them?
Oh, well, then. We thought he was being, like, grateful.
Uh-huh.
But he's actually, like, I would have been a better person if I never met these weirdos.
I cannot say for certain. Life is unpredictable at best. Even the future, which I plan every day for, could have anything in it. There's so much that I want to do with my future. Somehow, somewhere, I hope that there'll be a part of it too.
You know, I can understand the relatability of, like, thinking about the future and all that. Like, I've had that a lot, and, like, when I read stuff or even watch shows, a character can seem really real, like worrying about real problems in the real future. That's why, like Katawa Shoujo, it's very, like, a normal visual novel and worrying about normal stuff.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's just not working with this guy.
Yeah. It's true.
I just feel like he's a
I think he's the most unrelatable character ever. So that's part of it.
He's just, like, annoying.
Yeah, indeed.
and like, I can understand, like I said, I can understand that, but when he's saying it, I'm just like, yeah, no duh.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't know if he's just, like, talking about the stupid, obvious parts of it or what, or maybe he's just established himself as so annoying that I just can't relate to him, but...
Yeah.
Or all the above.
Probably all the above. These days won't last forever, no matter what I do. So perhaps the wisest thing to do is get the most out of these lazy summer days. And try my best to find happiness in them.
I think part of it might be because there's actually no conflict. Because he's like, oh, I have to try my best before, like, the future happens. But the future is, like, undefined.
Yeah.
For him. It's like, it's not like, oh, we're seniors, and we're even something as trivial as we're seniors and we're gonna be graduating, or something crazy like I have cancer and I'm gonna die or something, you know?
Hey,
it's
boss.
just like
I have cancer.
You're just like, you know, the future, that's the thing. So I guess I'll hang out with these guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, whoa.
And try
I didn't.
And try my best to find happiness in I don't know if I actually read that or whatever.
I don't know.
I slowly close my eyes and let the summer breeze rustle my hair.
Like Russell Brand?
Pretty much, or Russell Crowe.
Or Russell, my tussle, Russell.
Yes.
Oh.
The most precious memories you can accumulate can come from even the smallest of sensations.
Oh my.
If there is magic in this world, this is it.
Genji, we're back!
You best be grateful for our parents, you fool.
Wow.
That's like my favorite line, I think, in this series. Yeah. Because I actually like saying that.
Yeah.
Like, you best do whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's just a hilarious, like,
way of saying
things.
Yeah.
Saying things, because it's like, it just seems like it shouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But people understand it because it's a thing, I guess.
Now listen, you best appreciate this, Sonny.
Indeed. She's like talks like an old black man in this line. You must be grateful for our parents, you fool.
I opened my eyes to find both of them in my face.
And yes, that's my best impression that I can do of an old black man.
Well, it's beautiful. And accurate too.
How adorable! You're drifting off again.
I should have known.
Nice to see both of you. Wait. Nice to see you both too. Okay, I misread it. And I'll misread even more on the next episode.
Go later.